to you live from the Value Channel Zero. This is Alec.
And tonight we're talking about those fang freaks that are going through the deep, deep swamps of Louisiana.
Hold on, where?
From Louisiana, man.
No way.
Dog, I'm telling you right now, we have a lot of vampire stories from Louisiana.
Gee, I don't know, SpongeBob.
I know, I'm just about as confused as you are with that one.
Megadwa.
Wow, we got vampires in Louisiana. Everybody grab their crosses, grab their holy water, and clutch your pearls because tonight we're talking about the vampires. Oh, yeah. So, let me ask you something, buddy.
What you got, buddy?
You believe in vampires?
I feel like I will after this one.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
sure?
Okay, that's a no.
So
I
that's
don't
a no.
Current no.
So we
Currently-
got one no.
Currently a no, but I do have a lot of garlic and silver in the house, so that could be
Oh,
why.
my Lord. The man's ready for vampires,
I'm ready.
but he doesn't believe in it. What about you? Vampire? No? You
No.
don't believe in vampires?
No, not after the ones I've seen that we've seen.
Okay, we're not talking to Med Babettes here. We're talking vampires.
I mean, they're about as close as you can get to a vampire. They'll suck you dry, your money and your blood.
Oh, my Lord. That just sounds like a night on Bourbon Street, bro.
You ain't gotta go that. You ain't gotta go that far. Just go down and go to Meta.
Oh,
Hey, you could get in the truck and drive 10 minutes out.
sure.
You got all the vampires you want.
Joris, what about you? You believe in vampires?
I believe in vampires. Vampires. You see them all over
All over the place.
in your convenience stores.
So what do y'all know about vampires? Like just in general.
I know that after COVID time, it's been a hard take for the
Vampire
for
community.
the vampire community.
community?
Yeah, because
Why is that?
they can't be working in past what 10 o'clock.
10?
10
Yeah,
o'clock's whenever stuff closes now.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We don't have
All the
24
vampires out of
hours.
jobs now, so
I just know they don't go blah blah blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, they don't like sunlight, and that also works with what we see down the bar with the med babettes, you know,
You're
with the
not
vampires
wrong.
down the bar because they always see them a lot at night, and they like to ride bicycles too,
Yeah.
apparently.
It's almost like clockwork. The sun goes down, the med babettes come out. Get
Yep.
their bicycles ready. They got the bicycles ready. No bootlie on their head.
wait,
At all.
I got a question.
What's up?
So what you know how like species advance? Like
Yeah.
what if they can be in the daylight now?
Oh,
Like they have SPF 500 on.
Yeah, something they came out with something.
It's like Blade.
now they could be Among Us.
Yeah. Among
Not
Us.
the game, but you
The
know.
the Chungus Among
The
Us.
Chungus
The
Among
Chungus
Us.
vampires.
The big Chungus Among Us.
big chungus.
Oh man, so that's what's in those spacesuits, just a bunch of vampires.
Like,
Yeah.
does the characteristic of a vampire have to be bleach white skin, pointy teeth?
I don't think so, man.
If that's the case, my wife is a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, mine as well, because she is solid white.
Like,
Good
mine
Lord.
can blind. Like, you ever seen the movie of SpongeBob whenever they showed King Neptune's head? Yeah, that's what. When my wife's outside, that's usually what happens.
Oh god.
I gotta wear sunglasses inside because she goes in a LED light, she blinds you.
So man, yeah, dude, that's rough. So the reason why I'm bringing up vampires and saying that we have a rich culture of vampires here is because the casket girls. The casket girls is a somewhat well-known story about vampirism in Louisiana, but even so, it goes back before like the white men came. You know, the French, the
white
Spanish. Yeah, the French,
Columbus.
the Spanish, the Germans, Columbus, Leif Erikson.
Oh, so you mean New
missed
Orleans
that
was
day.
already trashed?
Yeah, New Orleans was already trashed with all these supernatural beings just walking around.
They built
you know.
this city upon
It smells like lemons now.
They thought it was for King Louis.
vampires.
They thought it was for King Louis, but it was actually for the vampires.
Yeah, it was actually for the vampires. That's that's the
Vampires.
weirdest part about this because there's
I don't know, SpongeBob.
I don't know, SpongeBob. What is it?
Doubt.
Big doubt. So the thing is, the vampires themselves, like you could stem it back to some of the tribes that were actually in Louisiana. They had one tribe in particular that was cannibalizing other tribes.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
You can't take them out, just eat them.
Yeah, I know, right? You
can't beat 'em, eat 'em.
Like we ain't got enough wood around here.
Make
to
out
make
wall.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't beat them, eat
Eat
them.
'em.
I thought we were talking about vampires, not zombies.
But I mean, you can relate that to vampirism. They were drinking their blood and like eating each other.
Yeah, but vampires are like a higher,
A higher
labeled,
class.
like a quote unquote higher
You got
standard.
zombies. Yeah, you got zombies here, then you got vampires right here, right?
I draw the line a
a
little,
little bit
a
closer.
little further for the zombies, a little higher for the vampire. I mean, any movie, anything you ever watch about zombies, they're kind of dumb.
Are we talking like a Lionel ratio here? Like 83-25?
Like
what
92-8.
92-8. so like, that's where we're going with it.
No,
Zombies.
the 8 and then the 2.
Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Like that.
All right.
Like, Jared,
So it's
put your
about the
hand in
ratio.
there. There's also another one, like somewhere a little bit closer to here.
About there. Yeah.
That's like
It's us.
zombies, us, and then like vampires.
Oh man.
That's my understanding of a vampire. Because everyone you see is like this well sophisticated, can blend into all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get the dumb ones.
Yeah, exactly. You get the dumb one. So this is the thing. All right.
This
What
is the
did?
story of the dumb
Yeah.
ones.
This is the story about the dumb ones.
The ones who got caught.
Yeah. So what do y'all know about the casket girls?
There were girls in a casket.
Girls in a casket.
So they was sent. I don't know the full, but they was sent from overseas. London, is it London, England?
No, France.
France. Sorry,
Yeah.
France for
close enough.
Close enough.
for like I guess to grow a population around here somewhere in Louisiana for the men because there was low female count.
Yeah. Like no women.
Yeah, and the two or however long the voyage was, they were kind of not treated well.
Mm-hmm.
So they showed up to shore with pale skin, and possible contraction of tuberculosis, coughing up blood,
Mm-hmm.
and carrying these boxes that were thought of as caskets.
True. Yeah.
And that's as far as she goes there.
As
buddy.
far as she goes. So the thing is, the King of France, like Nick had said, ended up devising this plan to essentially get recruiters to get women between the ages of 12 to 25 and ship them from France to New Orleans and to Louisiana in general, but predominantly New Orleans because he saw all the potential and everything like that.
Growth.
The growth. So with the growth of New Orleans and Louisiana in general, if you just have a bunch of dudes there, you're not going to be having babies.
You're not
gonna
growing.
be growth.
You're not
Yeah,
growing.
there's not going to be growth.
No.
At all. You know, just a bunch of prisoners, pirates, criminals,
Don't say that in this society.
this, that, and the other.
Well, they were living a pretty
Oh.
good one until they decided to send women over.
So,
Shit was booming.
so the thing is, the reason why he sent them is because he wanted the growth. And he recruited or got the recruiters to gather women between the ages of 12 to 25 because he wanted virgins. He wanted virgins. He wanted women who
Extra virgin scarecrows.
Wait,
Yeah, extra
repeat
virgin
the age
scarecrow.
again.
12 and 25.
Okay, there's about 6 to 8 years of that is like, that's a problem.
Yes. Yeah,
big
no,
problem.
I know. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is, just imagine, okay, you yourself are a 32-year-old man or 35. Call it 35. You're a
I think
35-year-old
somebody's getting
man.
shot outside.
Possibly. Oh, so you're a 35-year-old man. You're promised a wife, and then you go to the docks and you just see this 12-year-old little girl, and she has like this nameplate for you, like, "Hey, you are my husband now."
Love me a long time.
Yeah, like we talking Jerry Lee
Mail
Lewis
ordered.
here. You know, Jerry Lee Lewis with his 10-year-old wife. You know,
Lucas?
no.
No, not that one.
No, the guy that wrote Great Balls of Fire, dude. Yeah. Jerry Lee Lewis. So
There's a crime for that nowadays.
Yeah,
There
it's
is.
crazy how times have changed, isn't it?
times have
Times have quite drastically
very
changed.
much so progressed.
Yeah.
Before then, you had a bunch of prisoners running the state, and now you got a bunch of prisoners escaping the jail and taking off.
I don't think we're far from that. Criminals running the state.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean,
but,
our
you know,
president kind of got arrested.
yeah, but
We're not political here.
no,
No,
we're
we're
not
not, but-
political at
Okay.
all. Yeah, no, I'm gonna cut that out. So, anyways, with the
Like a couple of things we should have cut. but-
yeah, no, we're gonna go through it. But with the casket girls, like Nick had said, you know, tuberculosis was rampant. You know, tuberculosis was rampant. Scurvy was rampant. So you just have like these women and these girls stuck underneath the floorboards for months on end, just going on their boat, you know, bebopping the whole time, going bop, 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 bop. Make it to New Orleans, you have all these pale women coming out, and because of the tuberculosis,
Tuberculosis.
the mesothelioma, they definitely did not work in shipyards in the 80s. They didn't get exposed to asbestos.
They didn't know what asbestos was at that point.
Yeah, I know,
Negative.
right?
If you are a loved one,
Your loved one has been exposed to asbestos.
You may be entitled
To compensation.
for mesothelioma. So with the tuberculosis, the scurvy, so on and so forth, with all of those diseases, these women had pale skin. They had the stereotypical the stereotypical image of a vampire, pale,
Right.
blood in their mouth and everything like that. But it was literally scurvy and tuberculosis just eating away at their gums, and like they smile and just blood-stained teeth.
I guess they didn't check for the fangs.
No, I mean, dude, if you see a pale person walking towards you, okay, imagine, put your hand in my pocket, we're on this, we're in it together.
My hands in your pocket.
Okay, you see a pale person, and they have blood
I couldn't reach.
on their mouth, and you thinking, either this is a vampire or that's a medbabed. Gotta be.
It's gotta be. It's one of the
Gotta be one or two.
Yeah, well, I mean, if
Right
you put
there.
it that way, I'm not checking for fangs.
I know. I'm not checking the
No.
things. I'm walking the
No,
other
I'm just
way.
go up, you know, hey, well, let me see.
Hey,
Let me
yeah,
check.
I'm good.
Isn't pale skin a thing nowadays? Like it's come back at that trend.
Maybe.
Could be.
yeah, you don't go outside, you automatically get it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why people tell other
Look
people
at
to
me.
go touch grass.
Yeah, go touch grass.
Go touch grass, you nerd.
Hey,
Not you. You okay?
I touched some grass.
You here, so you had to have touched grass at some point to get there.
You literally had to touch grass to walk into my house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you nerds.
So the thing is with the casket girls coming here, you have this incentive essentially for the men to have their brides, make kids, you know, and essentially grow the state. But for some girls, they weren't married off right away, so they literally had nowheres to go. Where would you go if you were in that mindset at that time? You were a woman who was just transported over here from France, and you've been on a boat for like 3 months. Where would you go? In New
Shit.
Orleans.
Well, if I found out that they was thinking I was a vampire, I think I'd play the part.
You'd play the
I
part.
think I'd play the part.
You'd go like hang off the roof from your toes and just
Absolutely. Absolutely.
people? Yeah,
Oh,
you'd,
yeah.
like,
I'd be
lean
chasing
hard
people,
into
trying to, you know. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
trying to bite
100%.
'em. You know, like an old person trying to eat a steak without their dentures.
Yep.
You know? Just biting people,
Hissing
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh, gummy.
What?
Ooh.
1800s ish this is taking
Yeah,
place.
1800s.
So
like
there's no Bourbon Street at this point.
no,
so you're not going to the
there's no
bar.
Bourbon
You're not going to the
Street,
bar.
and
You're not
keep
going
in
to the strip
mind,
clubs.
keep in mind, no Bourbon Street, no brothels, no gentlemen's clubs, none of that.
Well, pretty much the only places you going in New Orleans at this point
Yeah.
in time
The
is either
swamp.
someone's head, someone's house, head.
Someone's head.
What are you, Ed Camper?
Yeah, Jesus. It's you either going to somebody's house.
Oh.
There's always a church. You
Yep.
can guarantee there's a church, or you go into the swamp, which is pretty much everywhere at this point because
Yeah.
they ain't started cutting nothing down.
Dead.
You
much of
might as
anything.
well get a pirogue and a foosh and just start pushing, dude.
Start pushing.
That's
Wherever
it.
you end up, you end up.
Yeah.
Better learn how to paddle the right way.
Paddling the wrong way.
Both hands on the same side, not crisscross.
Oh, Moody, I'm going the wrong direction. I ended up in Vacherie. What is this?
Vacherie? That's
Yeah.
far as...
I know.
At least you didn't say Lake Charles, because then you'd be way...
Then you been paddling, dog.
Dude, you might as well put a gator tail on that thing, dude. Oh God! So
Where
the
did they
thing
go?
is, you had all these women that weren't married yet. At least the ones that were, we'll call it unhealthy, from the tuberculosis, from some of the abuse that some of the women ended up suffering on the boat, from the scurvy, this, that, and the other. So pale, bloody mouths. Where do they go? So there was a bunch of nuns that ended up building a Catholic school called Ursuline's School for girls. And on the 3rd floor, that's where the casket girls ended up staying. So that's just further building on top of the speculation of them being vampires. Vampires. The only thing that's going to keep them safe is nuns.
Because that 3rd floor was cut off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Completely cut off.
Yeah, so I'll get to that. So with the girls staying at Ursuline's Catholic School for Girls, okay, with them staying there, the community just kept speculating one after another that it was vampires there. And the only reason why they were there, protected by nuns, is so that the community didn't turn into a bunch of vampires. Okay, so you thinking like, all right, 1800s, they're here. Casket girls are here. The substances that people were taking at the time, which I can't go into detail, but the substances that they were taking,
Whack.
you talking some very, very hard pharmaceutical substances, Then
Like, what would they even have back then? I don't even think they knew. We don't have to go into far detail of it, but
they definitely had the coca over there. Coca-Cola was soon to be a thing.
At this point?
At this point,
Come on.
Coca-Cola is
Wait,
like,
hold on.
1800s, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Late
Now you got me interested.
1800s. Yeah, look it up, man.
Pull up the old Google.
So while you
Google.
pulling that up, I'll keep going with what ended up happening to the neighbors and all. So at the
The
time,
neighbors of the all girls home?
yeah, of the all girls home. So all the casket girls and stuff like that were staying there, the neighbors ended up dying in weird ways. Looked like all their blood was sucked out. They had just blood, the remnants of blood everywhere.
Wow.
It was a mess. It was a mess. Jeez. So eventually what happened was the speculation continued to grow. So at night, one night, they had seen the shutters open up and some neighbors speculated that it was vampires leaving the attic. So like I said earlier, the substances that people were on, the speculations because of them being pale, the blood on their mouths, and then the shutters just being open, they were pretty hard set on vampires. 100% living at the top of, I'm going full History Channel, Ancient Aliens, vampires. All right. Like, dude, if I could get my hair to look like that guy's hair, I would do it. Vampires.
Therefore, vampires.
Therefore, vampires.
I mean, to go off of the whole Coca-Cola thing,
Uh-huh.
you're looking at about 100-year difference.
100-year difference.
Because it was saying the casket girls were used around 1700,
Yeah.
around that area.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola 1886, I think.
Yeah,
it was,
so that makes
1889.
sense. That makes sense. That checks out because they were using, coca
Yeah.
in
Before-
pharmacies.
Yeah.
I mean, Louisiana's a pretty good place to grow coca beans and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the coca beans.
The coca beans.
Yeah, definitely the sugar of your nose.
The booger sugar.
So with that being said, all these people are freaking out, thinking that it's vampires. One night in particular, the nuns themselves went up to the 3rd floor and could not find a single person on the 3rd floor at all. Not a single one of the casket girls were there. It's like they all just went out of the shutters on the third floor and completely disappeared.
They all just vanished.
They all just vanished without a trace. Their little caskets that they were carrying with them, because they were small wooden boxes. That's the reason why they called them casket girls. Small wooden boxes that they brought with them with their luggage. And they heavily protected those small wooden boxes, almost like old school vampire lore. Okay, we talking Dracula here, all right? The Dracula, all right? So Dracula couldn't travel to America unless he had, now I'm going based off of Bram Stoker's Dracula movie with Keanu Reeves and all of them. So he couldn't travel to America unless he had some of his dirt from Transylvania with him. So that was also speculating that the casket girls had some of the dirt from France so that they could stay in New Orleans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they ever find these girls again?
No, they never found them. They just vanished.
Wow.
Almost like a figment of their pharmaceutical intake imagination. Somewhat of a hallucination, but there is historical records of casket girls coming here. You know, all of these girls coming here, but no record of them leaving. No accounts of them leaving, eyewitness accounts, nothing like that. So the nuns, going off of all of the hoopla, you know, of vampires living at the top of Ursulines, they literally took nails that were blessed by the Pope and shut off the third floor. Completely shut it off. They're like, dude, we are not touching this with a 10-foot pole. You guys are just wilding out. We blocking it off.
Jeez.
We are blocking it off. So until the early 70s, this is another account of someone going to the third floor. I believe it's 1978. What ended up happening was in 1978, 2 journalists ended up going to Ursulines, breaking into Ursulines, breaking into the third floor and going to see what was on the third floor. They genuinely wanted to know because they knew the stories about the casket girls.
Right.
Right.
You want to know what happened to those guys? They found them on the third floor.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Sealed off.
They found them on the third floor. But the thing is, they were literally decapitated. They were decapitated on the third floor, drained of their bodily fluid.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
this is after the place is sealed?
Yeah, dude, this is 1978.
Gosh.
2 journalists.
Now, how in the world?
No idea.
Huh.
No idea. Unless vampires.
Vampires.
60s and the
Vampires.
70s.
Unless vampires.
60s
Yes.
and the 70s were a wild time.
Yeah, they were.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Psychedelics rampant.
Yeah,
It's like-
100%.
You go to Woodstock and now you got dudes getting their blood sucked by vampires.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the thing is, also in the 90s, they had 2 guys that sat outside of Ursulines. And they were trying to see if the third floor shutters would open up. Around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, the camera feed shut off. The next morning, they had people that passed by the car that they were waiting in. And they just thought that the windows were tinted. Oh, they were not tinted with tin. They were tinted with blood.
The blood.
Blood.
They opened up the door and all you see is just 2 guys, or at least what's left of 2 guys with literally looked like a Van Gogh painting on the roof, on the, on the windows, in the back seat, everything. It was just remnants of those 2 guys. So,
That's wild.
That is wild.
with that speculation and those 2 stories that I told you, what's the ratio now?
The ratio of vampires to people?
Vampires. No. Your belief in vampires.
Oh.
Not vampires to people.
Oh.
I mean, we could speculate that all day.
Yeah, because if they
Yeah.
never caught these girls, then they might still be on the loose for all we know.
They might be.
Shit, so I might have a whole section of Bourbon Street that's just straight vamps.
Just vampires.
Yeah.
You know how you get that eerie feeling whenever you step in Bourbon Street?
vampires.
Yeah, that smells not piss and vomit. It's blood.
blood.
Hey, you don't smell that anymore.
blood.
It smells like lemons, but the backside, they just started spraying it. They made
Good
it nice
job,
and
Bourbon
fresh.
Street.
Great.
Nice to
I
know.
love to hear that.
Just don't go in the backside of bourbon. It probably still smells kind of fishy.
Bloody.
Yeah.
Blood.
Bloody.
So the thing is, with all the hype from vampires in New Orleans, we actually have a cafe for people who aren't from Louisiana or haven't been to New Orleans yet, and you want to experience that like eerie feeling.
Cafe
they
du Monde?
have. No, not Cafe du Monde. If you go to Cafe du Monde, please do not breathe in through your nose whenever you take a bite
Yeah,
of a
but that's the
beignet.
best way to look
Yeah,
like a
you
vampire.
will die.
If you take a bite and you blow air, you look like a vampire because
Oh,
now
yeah.
you're solid white.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. You solid white, and then the three people that's next to you are just solid white.
I
And
think
if
that's
you
why they
alone-
painted the walls white.
You think
no
so?
doubt.
And the floors, I think the black grout they put between the
Yeah.
tiles, it was
It's
black
just
at one
powdered
point.
sugar.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
straight
not
white now.
just
It's
straight
straight white.
powdered sugar.
Yeah.
So if you want to experience that, they have a small restaurant called the Vampire Cafe, and it is phenomenal. The inside of it is decked out with stuff that will make you feel like you are in a vampire's house. Their food is absolutely delicious.
It
How
is
we-
fabulous.
It's
I've eaten there a few
absolutely
times.
People.
How we used to say that? It's a scrumtrulescent.
Scrumtrulescent.
Yeah, it's scrumtrulescent.
Where the
Yeah.
heck is this freaking restaurant?
The
It's in the
Vampire
quarter.
Cafe, it's in the quarter, man.
That's how
it's
much I
very
go to the
good.
quarter.
So
I started staying from New Orleans anyways.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like the thing is with the Vampire Cafe, they actually have Bram Stoker's great nephew, I believe, or like great nephew that goes every year to actually read Dracula
Really?
in the Vampire Cafe.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. You know, like I enjoy it. Going over there and just seeing all the people, the things that they have in there. And then they also have a vampire bar as well, but you're going to have to go to the Vampire Cafe and let them explain that one to you because I'm not going to.
Hence the vampires.
Hence the vampires.
I mean, is it really worth going and listen to do read Dracula?
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, it's a really cool place.
It's
and
great.
the food's good.
Yeah,
the
the
shrimp and grits. Ask Alec about how he feels about the shrimp and grits.
All right. So,
Is it like every other restaurant they cook shrimp and grits?
no.
No, this
Okay.
is different.
Listen.
No, this
But
one's
this
All
is
right,
made
just
out of
frozen
people.
shrimp with freaking
Picture.
instant.
You here with me picturing. All right. Going down.
Taking off the shirt.
Oh my God. Don't take off the shirt. So we had the Vampire Cafe, all out of shrimp and grits. All right. I'm looking at that bowl. It's looking real good.
Bowl looks better than the grits.
Bowl looks better than the grits. And then I look at the grits, and the grits look better than the bowl. So I looked at the shrimp and grits, and I'm like, man, this is kind of different from how I'm used to eating shrimp and grits. I dig my spoon into it. I see the andouille sausage. I see the shrimp.
Oh,
Ooh,
boy.
that andouille
That
sausage.
andouille long circle, boy.
Oh, that long circle.
So long circle.
I like sausage, but andouille, I know it's not for everybody because
It's
it's
not.
kind of freaking spicy.
I
Yeah.
like it. It is very good.
I'll enjoy
long
the
circles.
shrimp. The andouille,
Yeah. So it's small pieces of andouille, almost like they would have julietted the
Yeah, they had you in mind.
sausage, the saucisse. French word of the day is saucisse. It's sausage in French.
like the pointe de saucisse.
Like
Where
the point de saucisse.
The point de saucisse
The
is
point
the
de sausage?
The point of the sausage. It's a place down the bayou. So
The point of the long circle.
point of the long circle. So the Vampire Cafe with the shrimp and grits, it is very delicious. I love it. Every time that I go, I usually get the shrimp and grits or I get their burger. Their Dracula burger is phenomenal. Okay, so I took a bite. And I look at the waitress whenever she comes back and I'm like, ma'am, go and get the person who made these shrimp and grits. I need to have a word with them. Now, mind you, it's like 10 o'clock at night, dude.
She's probably freaking out.
Bro, freaking out, thinking that they messed up the shrimp and grits. Dude, I look at Nick, I'm like, bro, these shrimp and grits, I would do explicit things to the person who cooked this. I hope that every night they get tucked in and their foreheads get kissed, and they get told how great of a job they did. Dude, so the waitress ends up coming back.
They go to sleep to the sounds of them stirring the shrimp.
Yes, I would go to sleep to the chef stirring the shrimp
Yes.
and grits. It is that delicious.
Stop cooking. I'm
Stop
tucking you
cooking.
in right now.
Okay, so the waitress comes back with the man who cooked these shrimp and grits. Now I'm talking a 6'4" big old dude, like big man. This is big man.
Like a big
Dude,
man.
big man. All right. And he's like, I'm the one who cooked the shrimp and grits. I'm like, sir, listen.
If I had any bad thoughts, I'd let them know.
If you cook these shrimp and grits, truly cook these shrimp and grits, you deserve to be tucked in at night and have a bedtime story read to you and your forehead kissed and then told how great of a job that you're doing. 100%.
Yeah, he did. I can
100%.
vouch for it.
And that man looked at me. He's like, I really appreciate that. I was like, actually, I'm not done. I'm not done.
I have
Coming
more.
to your house.
There's
tonight,
more.
tucking you
Okay.
in.
I need you to bring it down. You had an 11. I need you to bring it down. It was so good that I'm buying all of y'all shots. Every one of y'all in this kitchen, we all taking a shot together because this is delicious. And I would like some shrimp and grits to go. Thank you. And then I said that he deserved to get his balloon knot kissed.
Yes, that was the words.
Yes. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go further into detail with that because we
but
will
anyway-
get demonetized.
Well, quick
100%.
question about this restaurant and
Yes,
their delicacies of food. You said a
and
vampire, a
grits.
Dracula burger.
yes, a
Yes.
Dracula
You
burger.
eating
It is
people.
not
You are now
Dracula.
cannabis.
A cannibal.
I have
Cannabis.
So I have to ask about this burger.
Yes.
Because now you really got me interested about going to eat at this place.
Sensational.
Think about
They're not a paid
vampires.
sponsor, by the way, but Vampire Cafe, if y'all do want to sponsor us, that would be phenomenal.
We'll kiss your cook for you, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
We'll tuck you all in
I'll-
at night.
Yeah,
and give
I'll
you a
tuck
kiss on
everybody in
the
at night.
foreheads.
So
Dracula
this Dracula burger,
Mm.
is it cooked all the way?
No, it's medium rare with, believe it's a garlic aioli, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and blue cheese.
Sounds pretty good. I was
Caramelized
hoping-
onions as well.
Oh my
I was
God.
hoping they didn't name it a Dracula burger and be well done.
No,
it's not.
What's the point of having
I think
a
you
vampire?
have an option, but they don't do
I mean,
do
they
that.
probably-
Yeah.
Probably got the option of obviously not everybody likes to eat the bloody burger.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It
I was
is-
hoping it would come bloody because I mean,
Yeah.
what's the point
You
of
can
having a
get it bloody.
vampire? They're not.
Yeah.
They're
They'll
not,
ask you how you want it cooked. Also,
Yeah.
it is a ratio of just regular ground beef and brisket. It is a brisket
Ooh.
burger.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
When we going?
When we going?
Yeah, we gotta go tomorrow.
Soon.
No, we
Bet.
can't go tomorrow. We can't go tomorrow.
Bet.
but
We gotta take a family trip.
Yeah.
They also
absolutely.
have,
we'll just bring all of our family with us.
I think they got special alcoholic drinks
Yeah.
based on blood types,
Dude.
and they come in a blood bag,
Yes.
like
you
the
can
type
get,
O, the type A, the type B, type O negative.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Dude, and
obviously
the
I've never
thing-
done this research on it, but like,
Yeah.
y'all might know. I don't know. Does each blood type come? It's got to be all red, but is it like a darker, lighter shade of reds? Different ones. I really don't know.
Are you talking
Don't know.
actual blood
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
well,
no?
you talking about like
so-
alcohols? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they make all of them the same. It's like, well, I hope this is the right
technically
one.
a
No,
blood
no, no, no.
Yeah.
So
It's
all the
oxygen.
drinks, they are named after blood types, but they're all different colors. Like I think mine's, if I'm not mistaken, I'm B negative. So it's like a blue liqueur with red and purple, something like that.
Well, if I ever got to
Not
bleed
bad.
out, y'all better hope that somebody knows my blood type because I don't.
I don't either. Don't
Dude,
feel
we
bad.
could
I
get
just
a
know my
vampire.
donor.
So this is the thing: we could get a vampire that is also a first responder to taste your blood and tell us what your blood type is.
I don't want
What a
nobody
fabulous idea.
at this
I know,
restaurant.
right?
I know.
That's
I don't
a
want nobody
great
at this
idea.
restaurant
Yes, it
putting
is.
their teeth on me. They go,
Oh yeah,
tastes like
it's
a, oh,
Oh, negative, bro. You a rare breed.
look, if that's the case, I'm just going to stand outside for 10 minutes, let the mosquitoes lick on me. I think I'll be fine.
But with a
So-
vampire, you won't get West Nile.
No,
Yeah, but
You
I
could
might
have
catch
1,000
something
other
else.
things, but
True.
Yeah, I mean, if it's gonna be somebody that we have seen and also that classifies themselves as a vampire, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of that with the casket girls and that conversation that we just had about the vampire cafe, the vampire cafe is the aftermath of all the speculations of vampires and at night somebody's gonna come and gum your neck to death, like that kind of thing. Especially since the casket girls weren't vampires. But this is another weird thing about it, man. Like Katrina, all the damage that they had in New Orleans. What ended up happening with Ursuline's, it was damaged. Like it was flooded, damaged just like the rest of the city. Levees broke. We all know about it.
I hope they had about 15 foot of water in damn near the whole city.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't need to play Led Zeppelin's When the Levee Breaks for y'all to understand how much water was just there.
I think we've seen every documentary and heard people talk about it.
I mean, we were all alive for Katrina. You were alive.
Yeah, I was alive.
Yeah.
I had to think about it for a second.
You were alive.
I mean, every major hurricane comes the day after my birthday, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So even something as recent as Katrina even furthered the speculation of vampires on the third floor. Now, mind you, dude, that's what, 200 years, 300 years?
Yeah,
since they were there?
1700, so yeah, 300 years.
300 years. You want to know what the hell got sent to Ursulines?
What?
Vampires?
No.
Oh.
A literal representative of the Vatican was sent to Ursulines to go on the third floor. Why was a representative of the Vatican sent to one specific place? Ursulines. In New Orleans. Picture. Ursulines. In New Orleans. Vatican,
that's pretty extreme.
Yeah, I don't think they had helicopters, but I get the point. He flew on a really big eagle.
Yeah, he flew there to Ursulines to check the third floor. After Katrina, dude, all the other Catholic schools, churches, just religious sites in general in New Orleans, and they sent them to Ursulines.
That's extreme.
No, Ursulines isn't the biggest.
Dude,
wasn't the biggest Catholic church in New Orleans, right?
No. So it was a convent, and then they turned it into a Catholic school for girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what makes you think? You think that the French
the French king,
King
Louis.
Yeah, King Louis sent them here for a reason.
Yeah, honestly, I think so.
You think he got them together and then
congregated them
and
rounded
shipped them to the States just out of spite or something?
Dude, I don't know. So I'm kind of leaning more towards maybe King Louis was a vampire.
No, he wanted to just
and he wanted to just spread it, as wackadoo of an idea as that is.
Isn't King Louis a little strange himself?
He is.
If you look at any king
strange.
from France or Britain at that point in time,
something
has happened that they are about as wild as it gets. Like they all start off normal, then all of a sudden something happens.
Out the box.
Yeah, and just out the box.
It's like they got in the box, jumped out the box, and burnt the box, and they never got back in.
So at the time,
to go back to.
At the time, they had a box. Jumped in the box, like Justin said, jumped out the box, saw a long circle, and jumped back in.
Oh, yeah. It was
vampires exist.
Vampires exist now.
Vampires exist. I just broke it down. Long circle equals vampires.
Treat.
Also sausage.
Or any cylinder object.
It's
just a circle long.
Yeah,
it's just so
we did a Trump thing. Longest circles.
We're the not political here.
Yeah, we're not political at all. Also, I have another story to tell y'all about vampires.
Do tell.
I do, and will tell, sir. Absolutely.
Go ahead, please.
As I will.
As you were.
So,
as you were.
As I am. As I am, and as I will.
You were able to please.
Did you sign the JSA before you came here?
No, but I got Z87 Plus glasses. I am
safe. Pharisee.
PPE is my first concern.
At Bayou Channel Zero, we sign JSAs every time.
Yes, we
Just
signed a
in
GSA
case.
for the episode.
I don't know about that one. If we're going off actual work experience here, we actually sign JSAs every time.
We actually got a hot work permit for all the technology.
I do at work.
Hot work
but
permit. We just need one for whenever it comes out of our mouth because we spitting facts.
Straight
Yes.
facts. So as I were going forward with this
As you will.
story, it also concerns King Louis. So King Louis the 16th
I knew it
had an advisor. His name
was
name
vampire.
was vampire. No, his name was actually Jacques Saint Germain.
Oh, Lord.
Oh yeah. Have
Like
you
in-
guys ever heard of the Count of Saint Germain?
No,
I have not.
no, I have not.
Seems like a strange fella.
Dude, I'm about to go drive to the fireworks stand, open up your ear holes, and just blow up a mortar in your mind.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Blow out.
Should I
I'll open
put
my
that-
ear holes for you, buddy.
Should I put that on the JSA as a
Yes.
changing work?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, a potential hazard.
So Jacques Saint Germain, as we know him, he was a noble of French descent, but
a
there
name
is
like
no Jacques.
You should be a noble
Yes.
with a name like Jacques.
Jacques Saint Germain, nobility, right there. You know. So Jacques Saint Germain was yes of
Family
wealth.
of wealth.
So this is the weird thing about him. There's no birth records. There's no any kind of inclination of where the hell he actually came from. Because the first accounts that we really have of him is going, and this is based off of research that I did at almost midnight. But Jacques Saint Germain was found in the court of King Louis, and King Louis took him as an advisor because when he got there, he was known as a well-known alchemist.
Well, what if he's like the whole Palpatine thing and he's
Dude,
just
maybe.
like
He's just in the background. Yes, yes, do it. Let
Just
the hate flow through you.
planting his seeds through the
Yeah,
whole
dude. So I'm getting to
everything.
that. That's the weird
That's
thing about
nuts.
Jacques, dude. So Jacques was an
Dracula's
alchemist,
son.
like this very well-known alchemist that could turn small diamonds into big diamonds, and he could turn all of these precious metals into more precious metals. And the weird thing about him was nobody ever saw him eat anything. Like, dude, he was there for hours. He never ate anything. I'm sorry. If I'm going somewhere for hours, I'm a manger, dude. I'm a just manger on whatever they got. They got some boudin. I'm taking that. I'm putting it in my mouth and I'm chewing it up. I'm going to enjoy it.
What if he was embarrassed to eat in front of people?
Maybe he had a phobia of that. But this is the weird thing. All he would do is concoct his own drinks. Okay, maybe he had a fear of being poisoned. Maybe, he was a hypochondriac. I don't
Could
know.
be.
Maybe he could be. So the thing about Jacques, he was actually an advisor for King Louis and Marie Antoinette as well. He was the one who ended up warning them about the French Revolution that was about to happen in France, the overthrowing of, King
My history
Louis, Marie
brain just turned
Antoinette.
off a second. It
or
was
whatever.
Louis that was the king during
Yeah.
the French Revolution.
Yes.
Yeah. I couldn't remember.
Whenever they ended up, giving him a straight razor fade to the throat.
Yeah,
you
let
know?
them eat cake.
Oh yeah, they ate cake, all right. They said happy birthday to the ground and, heads started rolling. So the thing is about Jacques, after the French Revolution, he disappeared. He just disappeared. The day that they were revolting, he disappeared. Nobody saw him. Okay? At all. He just left.
Hmm.
Okay?
Sounds like the casket girl.
Oui, croissant. So going from that, he just disappeared, and then come like 19, being very rough here with this estimate, about like 1910 New Orleans, 1920 New Orleans.
Recent
Okay,
ish.
yeah, very recent. So Jacques ends up making an appearance again.
Oh shit.
in New Orleans, fresh off the boat.
As a vampire.
So Jacques, what he was known for back in France was being an alchemist, but he was also multilingual. He knew all of the languages of the time in Europe. He also, dude, he could also play any instrument at all. You hand him an instrument, he could play it.
Interesting.
Like a virtuoso. Virtuoso. He could play it.
He could play a
Any one of them.
didgeridoo.
Dude, he could, if they had didgeridoos
He's
in
playing
Europe, he was playing. 100%. He is the man who made the didgeridoo. So, with that being said, you know, and all the nobility, one thing that he was known for, even who was it? Casanova. So Casanova is an old poet, philosopher, stuff like that, and he actually wrote about Jacques and said that he was the best linguist he has ever met, best conversationalist he has ever met.
So
He could talk his way out of any situation. Somebody
Now-
could have a cannon straight to his head, and he's talking his way out of it.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
Kind of sounds like you. I'm starting to think y'all one and the same.
Jacques Saint Germain.
It actually might be him because there's no birthright. This might actually be him.
Maybe.
You know.
Maybe. So, getting back to the later date, Jacques Saint Germain. Jacques Saint Germain in 1910s, 1920s, New Orleans ends up coming off the boat. And the reason why people knew it was him, or at least someone from France knew it was him, because he had a very striking resemblance to the Jacques Saint Germain. Okay? So it could have been, it couldn't have been, you know, all at the same time. But the weird part about it was he was an amazing conversationalist. He was multilingual. He could play any instrument. He threw all these wild, lavish parties that, like, almost the entire city went to. All the politicians, literally from the politicians to the women of the night.
We're not political in this
And
podcast.
down to the women of the night who were working in Storyville ended up going to his parties.
were there some missing people from these parties?
So sometimes people would go missing from these parties. They would leave the parties never to be seen again. And nobody could really explain it. Well, one night, Jacques ended up getting a woman intoxicated at his house.
I think about saying
And
impregnated, but
bro, she jumped off the second floor, off the balcony, onto the ground, and started scrambling, saying that he bit her and that he was going to kill her and drink her blood. She had a very obvious bite wound on her neck. Vampires.
I think he was just giving her a hickey.
Oh my
It
lord.
could just be some hickeys.
Very aggressive hickeys.
You get a hickey? Oh, vampire.
Yeah.
But that's
So-
a hickey and a half. I want to have some blood coming out.
I know, right?
That's, I mean,
That one ain't going away soon.
No, God, no. Dude, it's like he bit a chunk into her neck.
sure wasn't
A
Mardi Gras
trunk.
that she jumped off the
No,
thing
no,
for?
no, no. Wasn't Mardi Gras. Nobody said.
You said a big party and she jumped off the second story. That's usually what happens
so
with
this
Mardi
is
Gras.
just her and him. You know, just her and him. So two of Jacques' closest compatriots, I'm gonna call them the compatriots. They party goers
Extra
with him.
vampires.
Extra vampires. They were the ones who were going with him to all these parties, you know, essentially living on that high that Jacques was giving to people from all the lavish parties and stuff like that. Because you got to think at the time, you know, the Great Depression's coming up. So a lot of people can't afford food. So they all go into this dude's house, get drinking and, you know, having a good time, listening to music and eating as much as they could eat.
And there's a great war going on at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of turmoil and depression.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then
a lot of
they're
turmoil and
not
depression.
expecting the economy to just go.
Yeah.
Dude, exactly. So this is the thing.
Vampire heaven.
These two guys knocked. These two guys knocked on his door, and he told them, "Look, I can't come out tonight. We can't have a party tonight. I'm busy." Then the woman jumps off the second floor. They see that. They see, the bite mark on her neck. They see the blood coming out, all of this. They go and get New Orleans' finest, NOPD.
Oh, Lord.
Not Steven Seagal, though. He wasn't born yet.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah.
they
could have got John
they
Wick, but
wouldn't
he
get
wasn't
the
born
cops.
yet either.
No,
New
they
Orleans,
wouldn't get the cops. dude.
NOPD is not our finest
No.
in
No.
Louisiana,
No.
especially not recently.
No.
Hence the
So I can-
sarcasm.
I can
Yeah.
only imagine what they were like back then,
Mm-hmm.
especially that police forces were literally just people, just volunteers at this point.
People with the tall hats and the billy clubs.
With lanterns.
Yeah. So they ended up going to get the cops. The cops knock on the door, and being that Jacques is such a prominent member of society at this point, he tells them, look, I'll turn myself in tomorrow. Just give me the night, at least one last night of freedom. You want to take a guess what Jacques did in his one night of freedom?
Suck some blood.
No, he escaped.
Like they couldn't have seen that coming from a mile away.
Like, what a bunch of Boscoyos,
Really,
dude. He
though.
just took off, left. Nobody saw him again, dude.
I mean, that's kind of like Ted Bundy. Hey, I'm gonna go study in this upper story,
Yeah.
upper room in this court, and whoop, out the window gone.
Exactly.
Like,
That's a story for a later date.
Just give
Yeah,
me the
it
night,
is.
guys. I'm
but I mean,
promising.
it's a good
Yeah.
example.
I promise. Y'all got my word. I promise.
Oh, okay,
I'll
we
turn
believe
myself in. So they left. Well, dude, the next day they show up, knock at his door, no answer. So they kick the door in. They're like, we come and get this dude. Regardless, we gotta come and get him.
He bit this lady.
Dude, he bit this lady. He is being charged of vampirism. Get this man. Get him. Burn him at the
He's
stake.
gone.
Yeah, burn him at the stake.
Burn him at the stake.
I mean, realistically, in that situation, hey, I'm gonna go to your house tomorrow and just like, hey, book me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You think I'm about to stick around?
Exactly. Like you really
So-
thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You want to know what they found in his house? Nothing. What you think they found in his house?
I couldn't say any. I don't know, bro.
Some wild ass.
Some wild. I
Yes.
think some wild stuff.
Yes.
Some wild
What?
vampire stuff.
Yes. Thank you. So what they found were like these different alchemical bottles with substances in them, stuff like that. They found wine bottles. Well, being a bunch of babos that the NOPD was back then and drinking as much as they did, one of the cops ended up taking a swig.
Oh Lord.
Mm.
What was in that bottle, the contents of that bottle, was
Blood.
in the bottle.
Sure, you didn't just taste rusty
No,
wine.
no. It was blood mixed with absinthe so that the blood wouldn't coagulate.
Not far from wine, but see where you're going with this.
Exactly.
Vampires. Vampires.
So that's the thing. That's Jacques Saint Germain, the Count of Saint Germain, is a multicultural.
It makes you think how old this dude.
Exactly, because dude, the weird thing is, whenever he was in King Louis' court, he told him that he was there and witnessed the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
Say again.
He in now I know.
Yeah.
Come back with that.
Come back with that.
Whenever he was in King Louis' court, and someone asked him his age, because historians were trying to disprove that he was as old as he proclaimed to be.
Mm.
Dude, he said that he witnessed the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. That's how old he is, and literally recounted verbatim everything that we know about it.
So the joke of the old lady, oh, you're so old that you were in Jesus's yearbook.
Yeah,
well, he was actually
He was
in the
actually in the
yearbook.
yearbook.
Yeah.
You think he'd be one of the 12 disciples?
Maybe it could point him as
Could be.
Judas.
Hey.
Because there is a story of Judas being the first vampire.
Is that
Judas
right?
and who is it? Cain killed Abel.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it was Cain. Cain was the first vampire, and Judas was after him. Cursed to roam the earth for all of eternity.
So you saying he could have went by the name of Dracula?
Possibly. Oh my lord!
Holy crap!
So that's the thing. Like, he literally recounted tales of him being with all these Ottoman, like all the Ottoman kings and emperors and Persian kings and emperors and, you know, all of these different things that a lot of it history forgot about and it wasn't written about. And he showed them actual sites on a map where they could go and dig at and find stuff. And they did.
So he kind of sounds like Forrest Gump a little bit.
Bro, you telling me.
He's there at major history points throughout life.
Exactly.
Is he sitting on a bench with a box of chocolates?
Oh, we know he could be.
Yeah, getting his next blood in.
This is the weird thing. Jacques Saint Germain lives in New Orleans today. A man who fits his description. Down to the details of how his nose is a little crooked. It's the same eye color, same kind of sense of he could play any musical instrument. Now, is this man, Jacques Saint Germain, a vampire living in New Orleans? I have no idea. Please don't wait outside of my window and suck my blood at night. But
he can't come in unless you invite him in.
True. So that raises another question that I have to ask you guys. If a vampire is a policeman and he has a warrant, can he enter your home?
Technically, he would have to ask.
By law, yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a warrant. He can come
law,
in.
He can, but
How far he's going to get, that's the remain
by
unseen.
vampire code, you have to ask.
Would you, like Jared said, by vampire code, like legally he can just come into your house now.
Yeah.
Not he's got a warrant.
But he has
He can
to
legally
ask.
come in now.
Well, yeah.
Legally, but a vampire can't enter your home unless you tell it, yes, you can enter my home.
But I mean, if he does a standard police officer, hey, I have a warrant for your arrest. I'm coming into your home.
Or he
And
could
he'd
be
have
like,
to word it. If he's
Like an invisible barrier just pops up. And if he goes into that invisible barrier, he just bursts into flames.
That's why vampires would not be good police officers.
yeah. So you could, like, if one shows up at your house with a warrant, you could be like, hey, I have a warrant to get in your house. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
How
Okay.
about-
Is that a yes? Okay.
No,
Cool.
No.
Cool. Okay. So he's sitting there confused. Can't do.
Yeah. Can't do
Can't do
anything.
nothing.
Nothing. At all. He's just standing there with a
Just
piece
standing
of
there,
paper.
just waiting, and you're like, "Can I come in?"
Yeah.
So have you, the viewer, had a warrant for your house?
Have you had a warrant for your arrest by
and
a
had
police
a
officer?
policeman say, I have a warrant for your arrest or to search your house. May I come in? And you said yes. What happened?
Did they
Yeah.
suck
What was
your
the
blood?
result?
Or if did you say no, did he leave?
Did you have a lot of garlic in the house at the time?
Yeah. Did you have a lot of garlic? Were you equipped with a cross ready to just absolutely mollywop this vampire policeman in the head with a crucifix?
We're blessing the police officers now.
Walking around with like the Pope, dude, with a giant stick with a crucifix on it, just to get ready to mollywop people.
Like just holy watering the anybody at your door, police officer,
Jehovah's
ambulance
Witness, like,
included.
Open the door and just spray him.
yeah.
But I mean, you would think about it. Wouldn't a vampire be more aligned to get a job as a ambulance?
I don't know,
Working in an
dude,
ambulance?
On the night
that's-
shift.
That's a
I
good
I mean,
thing.
night
So,
shift.
Mm-hmm.
You got blood on there.
Yeah,
Police
An
officers.
endless
and-
amount.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you run out of the ambulance, just run to the hospital, get some more.
Right.
And I think that that's a good thing for the viewers. How about y'all write in and tell us what y'all think vampires would have as a job this day and age? Say that they didn't inherit millions and billions and trillions of dollars.
I mean,
of
I reiterate
generational
my
wealth.
first question when we
You know?
first started this.
Yeah.
Where do they go after every
Exactly.
job stops at midnight? Before
Where-
midnight.
Where do they go? And we're going to read through them. Like, we're going to go through them and we'll convey that back to y'all, you know, in a later episode. Just so that y'all have that kind of, hey, we actually contributing to this.
Yeah,
You know,
because
kinda-
this is as much
Absolutely. I
as
think it's
our
a great idea.
podcast as y'all's.
Yeah. You
Yes.
know, it's a community thing.
Yes, it is.
So, further speculation of the vampire not being able to enter your house. What if you don't own your house? Because going based off of vampire lore,
Like an apartment.
if you live in an apartment,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't own it. You just signed a
Yeah,
contract. saying
you just
can live
rent
there.
it. Yeah. Do they have to petition the landlord to
I
enter
still
your
think
house?
it's
Yeah, like if you had a
I
rent
still
house.
think you have to answer the question just because it's
Yeah.
You're dwelling in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are the occupant of that dwelling.
Yeah.
So, like, if right now there was a vampire at the door knocking with a warrant from our arrest, and all of us besides you, Justin, said no, would that vampire still be able to enter the house? Oh my lord!
Oh my
God.
God.
Oh my God.
The vampires come with a bottle of soju.
Oh man,
At that point, no,
no.
he cannot enter your dwelling.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Cause like I had a train of thought just going further and further into this, having paranormal law advice for paranormal creatures. You know, say if there was,
Be smarter.
you
I mean,
know,
like,
yeah,
humans
just
break the
be
law.
smarter.
Like humans break the law. I'm pretty sure a vampire can break the law.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like what happens
I
if
mean,
he just comes into your house anyway?
Yeah.
Look
It
at
don't
John
even
St.
ask,
Germain.
just
He
holds
just
the warrant.
disappears.
just holds the
That's what
warrant, steps
That's what I
in.
mean,
Like-
bro. I'm pretty sure they evolved.
Yeah,
I'm sure they
just
have
say,
evolved.
you want to know what? The cops are after me. We balling later,
Later.
and then they just take off.
Like-
Gone.
Like,
Straight
oh
into
no,
the
there's
night.
a law where I can't enter your house unless you invite me in.
Yeah.
Like, what if he just doesn't want to listen to that and just comes in anyway?
I'm gonna just hop through the window, you know? I don't need to go
Just
through the
jump
door.
window.
I
Yeah.
mean, you think about it. If a human can break the law, a vampire.
A vampire can
Yes.
break the law too.
But what
I mean,
does happen if they?
What is the repercussions?
Yeah.
dude?
just
So
catch
if
fire?
yeah, they just catch fire. I mean, it's similar.
So
Spontaneous
I doubt
combustion.
they
Yeah.
would break the law if that happens. They just catch fire.
But what if somebody like bit Officer Doofy and turned him into a vampire? I mean, like I'm talking just an absolute dingus here. You know, like then I'm pretty sure Officer Doofy would spontaneously combust because he would just be too dumb
No doubt.
to remember the vampire laws. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Officer Doofy reporting for duty.
Like, does anybody? I'm pretty sure nobody has actually put an IQ test in front of a vampire. I would wonder what
vampires.
the average IQ of a vampire is.
I don't
Dude,
know.
I have no
That's a
idea.
good question.
Because then you start breaking into multi.
No, we can't break in. You got to be allowed to be into that.
You start going into multi-century, like multiple centuries worth of knowledge that
Yeah.
would be at that
You would
vampire's
be
disposal.
like pretty intelligent.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
probably would be pretty
look
high
at,
credit.
Look at
yeah.
Saint Germain. Like he went.
Like the people that we have on this earth right now that are really,
No.
really high
no,
IQs.
stop. No,
Would you think they'd be vampires?
maybe.
Uh,
50-50.
Younger.
Yeah.
Younger.
Tom Cruise, probably. I'm saying that man is a vampire.
Scientologists, not vampires.
Whole different sect of paranormal things.
Yeah.
Yes. But if we go
Different
in with
episode.
Please don't squirrel hunt us, Scientologists.
We are okay with y'all. Leave us alone,
Yeah.
please.
Yes, please.
Maybe it's debatable. But anyways.
but if we're going with the immortality trait of a vampire, imagine the knowledge
oh
that
yeah,
these people
absolutely. Like-
acquire over the years.
Being able to speak multiple languages, play every instrument, have so much wealth you don't even know what to do with it.
Correct.
You know, to where you could just pick up, completely reinvent yourself, but he wasn't smart enough to change his name, and then just keep going, keep partying, and doing what he do.
They may have a whole different scale of IQ for them, and look at us and be like, "Dude, what in God's name are they
Yeah.
doing down there?"
Look at these.
We
bunch
think
of
we do
couillons.
the same thing. We think about that when we look at each other too.
Right? What in the,
Yeah,
what in the
yeah.
actual? What are you doing with your life?
What are you doing?
It's just an out of body experience.
Yeah. So that leads me to the conclusion of this. So with New Orleans in general, we have a very big influence from vampire culture. We've built a very big vampire culture, and like Anne Rice was an author. She died not that long ago. She passed away. And Anne Rice wrote numerous books on vampires, like Interview with the Vampire, The Prince Lestat, Queen of the Damned, so on and so forth and what have you. And what that did for New Orleans is similar to, the Casket Girls. Jacques Saint Germain. All of these things just fueled that fire of New Orleans being this super spooky dooky place. You know,
spooky.
full of paranormal oddities and entities who roam the streets. So, my parting words to you is keep a bottle of holy water whenever you go to New Orleans. Maybe a clove of garlic, but then you're going to smell the moose. So probably don't do that. But
Antiseptic wipes.
Yeah, antiseptic wipes. And, just a crucifix. Keep a crucifix with you just in case you run into a vampire because they're going to come up to you and they're going to gum you to death. If they're an old vampire. If they're not an old vampire, then they have teeth and then you're in a whole different world.
Vampire dentures.
Vampire dentures,
dude.
Oh, man.
And if you are hungry and looking for a bite, go to the Vampire Cafe in the French Quarter and get the shrimp and grits. And before you leave, get a sangria. It is a mixed drink that comes in a blood bag that you can walk around with and drink.
We definitely gotta go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
We're gonna go,
Quite the experience.
I've never heard of this place.
dude. It's very good.
Very good.
That's
Very
why I
good
was so
food.
interested about the Dracula
Yeah.
burger.
So, with that being said, this is the end of the Casket Girls and Jacques Saint Germain episode of Bayou Channel Zero. We'll see you next time.
Laters.
Laters.
Later.
Nerds.